Well, maybe today we should start off with a bit of a song. I'm going to be talking to you about music. I know, interesting topic, but I had an experience the other night when I went out, and this was a invite private only event. But what it was a DJ event where these DJs take you on a journey of light and sound. And it truly takes you into a trance state. But what I recognized during this experience was pretty spectacular. I was a participant in it, but yet I was also the observer of it. Now, you guys know the world of trance. I'm all about it. I mean, that's how I work with people. And to observe, hundreds of people all in a trance state, and to knowing everything that I know about trance, it was fascinating to observe this. And so I'm like gaining these deeper levels of understanding as I'm seeing what's going on. I'm seeing the journey that the DJ is taking you on, and he truly is in full control of the audience, and he does all of this through vibrations. Vibrations creation, we've talked about this. And you know what, I think even one of those DJs had that maybe in their music, because I remember audibly hearing that. And it's true, vibration is creation, but I had never seen it played out and in a group in it like this before. And it was quite this magical experience, because you could see the spirit moving through the people that were there. Now, everything is a gift of the Spirit, and everything contains within it the Spirit. But during this experience, I could feel the Spirit move through my body, and it felt as if I was directing what was going on during that experience, because I would feel something move into my body, and I would feel myself getting into this higher vibrational state, and then all of a sudden the music would begin to shift up into that higher vibrational state as well. And the whole entire evening, with the exception of maybe a total of 10 minutes here and there, that's probably too much, probably 3 minutes here and there throughout the whole evening, didn't feel that way. But the entire rest of the evening felt that way, as if intuiting what was coming next through the awareness of the Spirit within me. And you could actually see the Spirit, just like, some people will say, they're in this church service and they can see the Spirit moving across. This is exactly what was occurring. But this was at a nighttime event. This was not at a church service. And so you could feel that the Spirit that was there was not necessarily the same Spirit that you're going to encounter when you're in a church service. Because the vibrations that were there could be used for good or for evil. And it was my observing of this that was so incredibly fascinating, because I'm not judging anything. I understand everything is one, and we're all interconnected, and everything works together. There's not much that I don't understand about this spiritual warfare that's going on. But to observe it visibly with my eyeballs occurring, to hear it audibly with my ears, and to be in the presence of it, so to truly feel it was just fascinating. It was fascinating. So I understood, and these DJs know this, that they're taking their audience on a journey, but it is indeed a spiritual journey that they are taking them on. We could say, oh, music is just music. It is not just music. This is why, people go to church and they sing and they have worship music and they dance and they move their bodies, because singing and dancing and moving your body is one of the ways to open yourself up to allow the Spirit to flow into you. And so when you put yourself in a situation like you're down in a nightclub and you are dancing and flowing and listening to these vibrations, and you are allowing the Spirit that is there to move into your body, you are having a spiritual experience, and you are experiencing it through sound, through vibration, through frequency. How is this possible? How is this possible that through vibration, meaning sound alone, you can get yourself into a trance state? The Spirit can visibly move in. It is through this vibration, through this frequency, that you gain and have a spiritual experience. But let me tell you, every single person that was in there was affected by this. There might have been people that were sitting off in a room, sitting off by themselves, that were not having that same experience. This is possible. I'm not in everyone's consciousness. But all of the people that you walked by, I know the signs of trance. I work with it every day. Every person that was in there was in a trance. You could see it in their eyeballs. I know what I'm looking for. So it didn't matter whether you wanted to be in it or not. If you were present, you were in it. And it was through this trance state that I began to understand the vibrations and the frequencies and the music. I got it. It's like, oh, I get it. I see why people have come here. I understand it. This is not just some fun night on the town. This is an experience. And as far as I've lived so far, 41 years, I have not had an experience like that. And I want another one. I want it again. Fill it up again. Because it changed something. So every time that my day, my life, my whole life, all I am seeking for is deeper levels of understanding of things. This is what I want. Deeper levels. And I got that from that experience. And so why do I want it again? Because I want an even deeper level of understanding. I want to understand how it is that they're doing what they're doing. But I have to say, they know what they're doing. But I also understand that it is actually the Spirit that has led them. Because we can do nothing of ourselves. I mean, we make choices, we decide, we choose, but every single thing that has been gifted to us has been gifted to us through the Spirit. And so these DJs who are playing this music, this is a gift. But here's the deal with this. We can choose through our consciousness evil and good, can we not? But it is our belief in those things that are the detriment. And so if we believe in only the good, and we believe that no matter what it is that we're playing, no matter what it is that we're sending out, that only goodness is going to be there. That only goodness is what we're going to get back. But if we believe that the evil's out there, then evil is what we will get back. But I have to tell you, I experienced that evening the low vibrations, and I could see how the DJ would hold you in it. They would hold you in this lower frequency. Almost painful to be there. You almost wanted to run away. And then they would release you into this beautiful vibration. And so you're experiencing the contrast of the low and the high, and now intuiting anyone, even if you were not spiritual, when you were in that state, you are experiencing the same thing. You can feel the uncomfortableness of those low vibrations, and you can feel the relief of the high ones, of the beautiful ones. So even this is a teaching and a learning, because everyone who is sitting there and they are in a trance state is experiencing the same thing. And so they can feel the uncomfortableness of some vibrations, and they can feel the comfort in others. And so at a soul level, they understand what is occurring. They understand that some low vibrations are uncomfortable, make you uncomfortable, feel like hellish. And at a soul level, that deeper level, they also intuit and they also know that those higher vibrations, the ones in alignment with the divine love, even if they are consciously unaware of this at a soul level, they know that that's what's occurring. They, too, are gaining deeper levels of understanding about this at a soul level. They might not be curious about it as I am to put it into words, but anyone who's been in an experience like that knows exactly what I'm speaking about. And so the fascinating thing about this is that vibration is everything. Well, as we know, right? The thoughts that you're thinking, that you're sending out, you're filling up, you're imbuing all this space, and it's creating. But what's being experienced through this is that there is a spirit that is attached to it. So we're not just thinking these things, there's low vibration and these high vibration things, and creating it and it's occurring and all that. I mean, yes, it is. That's what's happening. But the spirit is always attached to our thoughts. So do you want heavenly spirits attached to your thoughts, or do you want hellish ones? Now, the only difference between the two of these is the vibrations at which they resonate at, the frequency of the vibrations. So when you can release the low vibrations, those hellish ones, then all you're left with is the heavenly vibrations, those uplifted, nice divine light consciousness waves. And it is through these uplifted consciousness waves that all heaven is created here on earth. We are creating an era of peace and love, and it is through these heavenly vibrations that they will manifest here on this earth. Now, it was just the election yesterday. Today's the day after. I don't know when you're listening to this, but I feel here today, and I mean, not everybody might not feel the same way, but I feel here today, just right now in this moment, that there is this nice, airy lightness that is in the air. It truly feels light. And it is as if there was a layer of confusion, these confused energies that had been permeating the air around here, and it feels as though it's lifted. It feels like the confusion is up above, kind of at the level of the clouds, but right now we're here in the level of the clear, and I'm here in 2 to 3 months, everything changes. It's going to be what is best for our planet. It's going to be better. We're entering an era of peace and love. Now, the chaos and the destruction that has been allowed to be present here on our planet, this is going to shift drastically. As we become more aware of the vibrations and the frequencies. But let me tell you here, the people who are in charge, all those, the 7 people that own the world, those billionaires, everybody's paying their debt to currently, we're entering an era of peace and love, and this destructive way of being, it changed last night. Something changed, forever changed last night. I'm told. And we're entering an era of peace and love. And our every loving thought is a transmuting and transforming energy on this planet. And therefore, this era of peace and love, let's work with this right now. So right now, in this moment, you're okay. You're good. You're okay, right? Take a deep breath in. Deep breath in. Let it out. That was some good air, wasn't it? Do it again. I want you to feel how nice it feels to breathe, because you don't do this very often. So just feel it. Breathe in and out. Feel how nice that air feels as it moves in and out of your body, in and out. That's real good. That's real good. It feels nice to do that. Now I want you to look at your hand. Look at your hand. I want you to say, look at that beautiful hand. That is a beautiful hand. That beautiful hand is mine. That beautiful hand is mine. I want you to observe. Notice. You haven't looked at your hand like that in a little while. What do you notice about it? Stop judging it and just start observing it. Okay. You now put yourself in this moment. That's what you did. You're here in this moment right now. You're a beautiful person. I love you so much. Be mindful of the thoughts that you have in your head. Make sure that they're loving. Make sure that you're careful. Because sometimes we aren't very thoughtful about our lives. Or sometimes we let somebody else influence us into things that we don't want to do or that we don't need to be doing. And when we aren't careful, when we aren't thoughtful, when we aren't intentional, our life can get off track. It can cause us all kinds of problems. But when we're careful with our words, when we're thoughtful, when our actions are in alignment with us showing love to ourselves, then we don't need to be concerned about the world out and around us. All we need to be concerned about is, how can I do better for myself today? How can I be more honest with myself today? How can I be more thoughtful about my life today? And then we can let go of all those things that haven't been serving us, all those thoughts that have been detrimental. So perhaps today you could pick out one really good thing about yourself that you like. Maybe you really like your eyes. Maybe you really like your smile. Maybe you like your hair. I don't know. What is it that you like? I want you to pick out one thing about yourself that you really like, and then compliment yourself on it. Go in the mirror, look at yourself in the mirror and say, oh, you got this. Ooh, you got some beautiful eyes. Ooh, you got some nice skin. You got some nice hair. You got this. Whatever it happens to be, I want you to go and give yourself a compliment. And I want you to notice that as you do that, I want you to notice how it makes you feel. Now, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, then I want you to keep doing it every single day until it is not uncomfortable. Until it becomes so comfortable that you just look in the mirror and you're like, nice eyes, and you kind of respond back, I know. But sometimes we spend so much time thinking about things that do not matter, and we forget that we need to love ourselves. And anytime that we forget that we need to love ourselves, then we can do things that show us that we don't love ourselves, like get ourselves into situations, allow people to treat us how we don't want to be treated. All kinds of things can happen when we forget to love ourselves first. And then we can go through our lives not being thoughtful about our lives, not considering what it is that we even want, just trying to please other people. And our life can pass us by and we can think, what the heck happened to my life? Where did it go? Why did I give it to them and them and them and them and them, and I didn't even live it for myself? I want you to want your life. I want you to be so happy with the choices and with the decisions that you've made, that you are so happy with your life. I want you to want it. To be so joyful when you wake up in the morning because you've got exactly what it is that you want. You got exactly what it is that you want. But what did it take you to get there? Did you have to work through some fear? Did you have to love yourself better? Did you have to let some beliefs go? Whatever it took, whatever it takes, it's worth it. And it'll be so much worse if you don't take the steps to get a hold of your life and to go after what you want. Go after it. It wants you to. That's why you feel the feeling, that pulling. I want you to know that I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about your well-being. And I'm concerned about any destructive thinking that you have about yourself being a failure, because you aren't. It isn't this way. Things have to fail so that we can get what it is that we actually want. I want you to want your life. I hope you have a joyful, wonderful day today. Thank you for tuning in here. Thank you for letting me talk with you this morning. I hope you have the most wonderful rest of your day. Please turn on your notifications, like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and share it with a friend if you feel like it could benefit them. Love you all so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.